Welcome to DTV. I'm joined by Dave Misson, who will be giving us a bit of a pre-season update in the lead up to the NAB Cup. Thanks for joining us, Dave. Just a bit of an update following the Christmas break, how the boys are going.
Yeah, look, we couldn't be happier really with the pre-season that we've had. We obviously had our camp in Darwin pre-Christmas, which was fantastic. Boys got a lot out of that. They tested well after that, more importantly, and we're heavily into pre-comp phase now, getting ready for the NAB Cup.
What have some of the priorities been this pre-season?
Yeah, look, I suppose, the two basics, endurance and strength, we really wanted to take those to another level. As I said, we're really happy with our test results. More specifically, probably getting our repeatability, our game running to an AFL level, which we didn't feel it was last year. The GPS results we're getting from our training at the moment, we're sort of optimistic that we're moving towards those levels, and the players are really working hard.
Some of the guys to impress in certain areas. We'll start with strength and game running, and then endurance.
Yeah, look, from a strength point of view, we've had pretty big gains in the gym. Guys like Nathan Jones, Jack Watts, Sam Blees, Troy Davis, Jeremy Howe, those sort of guys, and even our stronger guys. Normally have got even stronger Jamar and Spencer and Geordie McKenzie, those sort of guys. So, as I said, we're pretty pleased with the results that we're getting there. From an endurance point of view, Dan Nicholson, Tom McDonald have probably been the standouts, Rowan Bale, and, they've been outstanding in our endurance tests during the pre-season.
Priority now, just heading into the NAB Cup, what's the main focus?
Yeah, I suppose, look, it's getting our structures right from a football point of view before we start games, but it's also trying to, I suppose, train with the intensity that we want to play. And again, we're trying to measure that from a GPS point of view and some other measurements. And we're pretty pleased with what the boys are doing out on the track at the moment. In saying that, everyone's looking forward to actually playing games. So it's been a fairly long pre-season, and we're looking forward to our sort of intra-club training session next week, and then the first NAB Cup game.
Three guys have had interrupted pre-seasons, Max Gawn, Jack Tringove and Mitch Clark. How are they all progressing? Yeah,
look, all touch wood, all going pretty well. Maxie had a hamstring tendon problem very early in the pre-season, early November. We've taken a really conservative approach with him because of the knee troubles he's had in the past. So he's completed essentially all of his rehab. He's probably got another week or so of rehab to go, and then he needs to do a strong, solid block of footy training before we actually let him play. So, our feeling is that we don't want to sort of, get a guy going through an extended rehab and hurry it up right at the end point just because, it's close to round one. We want to make sure we tick all the boxes and give him the best chance of having a good year. Mitch and Trenner's actually are pretty much on a par with regard to their rehab. They've done a couple of weeks of running now, and they're getting into rehab running and rehab conditioning, and it won't be long before they're back in the skills with the group. So, we're pretty pleased with where they're at.
And last week, Dean Turlick had a bit of a mishap. How's he going?
Yeah, look, he's going well. He looked pretty dramatic. He, got taken to hospital in an ambulance. Just sort of heard a crack in his neck during an incident at training. But look, all the scans have been cleared. He's been cleared by a specialist. He's just got a bit of a stiff neck at the moment. But, there's no structural damage or, serious damage there. So he's a pretty lucky boy. And, he'll be back on the training track pretty soon.
All right, Dave. Well, good chatting, and best luck for the rest of the pre-season.
Thanks, Berks. Cheers.